Hello and welcome to the
Hi.
daily Soul Calibur news. Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Hello, Icewave. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
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 Soul Calibur 6 got announced.
Yes.
It's announced. It's real. Soul Calibur 6, a new game. A new
It
game.
exists.
Yes.
A new game which is not a bad free-to-play title or a weird iPhone title or a patchy slow thing. It's a new, proper, actual Soul Calibur game.
With like characters we know and love, and Sophitia's not a mimic character.
Yeah, she's
Like
alive
Five
and
did.
stuff.
And
And
she's herself. Yay.
it's coming out to platforms like Xbox One, PS4, PC! PC!
The first
Finally.
PC.
PC! And out next
Finally.
year, 2018.
That's fair enough.
And it's running on Unreal Engine 4, same engine as Tekken 7 used.
Yes.
Unreal Engine 4, the next generation fighting game engine, apparently.
Yeah, because Capcom does that too with Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom. So
Yeah.
And on that note, Ryman,
Yes.
Ryman,
Yes.
Ryman,
Yes.
I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
oh.
I'm going to zoom in on a random part of this picture, and you're going to tell me what you see.
Oh, stop. Stop.
Tell me, Ryman, what do you see?
Stop.
What do you
Stop
see, Ryman?
this. Stop this now.
Tell me your dark secrets, Ryman, what do you see?
Stop this now.
Okay, Icewave, what do you see?
I see a top. A very nice blue and white top.
Not exactly what I'm going for, but okay. Okay, I'll just tell you guys the truth here. What I see is no chromatic aberration. There's none of it.
Oh.
I don't see it at all.
Of all the things to zoom in on to demonstrate that, you pick this.
As an example, Tekken 7, made by the same developer, using the same engine. Look at this mess. Look at this. It's just a complete ugly blur because of the chromatic aberration.
See, here, you zoomed in on her leg first.
Oh, sorry. Look at this. Oh my god.
God damn it, I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I knew it was bad, but seeing it up that close, ugh.
It's weird. Like, center of the screen, it's kind of fine, but the more you go left and right, it just gets worse and worse. Like this, it's just a complete blur. Center, kind of fine. To the side, complete blur.
And you can't turn this off?
Can on
the
PC.
Oh, okay.
If you turn down post-processing setting to very low, then it's gone. But I think you also turn off some other features at the same time.
I can live with that.
Yeah. On a related note, Tekken 7 also was very fond of its film grain.
Oh,
Film
yeah.
grain.
Oh, yeah.
Film grain. It's weird. Like it's actually different based on the stage. Like
Really?
on this stage, there's a lot of film grain. On this one, I don't think there's actually any. It's really weird.
I
You know,
guess they... Oh, sorry.
If we keep this up, this is not going to be a podcast about Soul Calibur 6, and it's going to be a podcast about all the post-processing effects and video games that we hate.
I should have included screenshots of Battlefront 2.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
You're on your own on that one, mate.
But yeah, hair. Can you see any whatsoever chromatic aberration?
Nope.
Can you see any film grain whatsoever? Can you?
No, but now I just look at a big blur.
Can you see any film grain on this one pixel?
I can't see...
even see what this is even anymore.
Okay, let's move on. Like they had out this title called Soul Calibur 6.
Yes, they did.
They have trailers and stuff.
More
And
than
it
one,
looks
actually.
Gorgeous.
It looks
so
pretty
far.
pretty. This is the only footage I've found so far, which is at 60 FPS. That's pretty nice.
Indeed.
So we don't know too many details so far. These two characters are the only like completely known characters, which is Mitsurugi and Sophitia.
Yes.
And Sophitia is alive, not dead, as in the the Soul Calibur 5 flashback sequence we see right here.
That's where I remember it from.
And one interesting thing is that they have announced that this is a retelling of Soul Calibur 1.
Yes. which I'm really happy they went that route because 5 kind of, I mean, Soul Calibur's story was never amazing, but it was like fun, like Tekken. It was kind of funny like that. But 5 just took it places where I'm happy they're going far away from that.
Okay, so this person, do you think this is a new character?
This is definitely a new character. There's no one in the series which looks anything like this, and this also looks like a pretty new weapon, like a double-bladed staff sword thing, banana. So yeah, we know of 3 characters so far, like Sophitia, Mitsurugi, and this unknown character, which looks, they're wearing almost all black. So I'm gonna assume it's an evil character.
Yeah, they certainly have the vibe.
But yeah, I agree. Soul Calibur 5 story was a little bit poopy, especially since I felt like it made roster changes just to support the storyline, just so you could better tell a really bad storyline, which is especially annoying. And yes, PC, yes. And
I
have a lot more footage too.
Yep. This was from, they aired this at, oh, hello.
Oh yeah, these are people's. This was shown during PlayStation Experience.
This is the director of the game. He's cool. I like him.
He's the lead producer of the game.
Lead producer? Okay, I thought it was like the director.
So does this mean that people who actually attended PlayStation Experience could actually play it?
I think, yeah. I think this was just a gameplay demo specifically for this interview.
Oh, okay.
But we are seeing a ton of gameplay footage during this interview.
Oh.
Yep.
Look at the bottom there.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. This was for a PlayStation event, but the footage recorded on PC.
Hey, look at that. She's already barefoot.
Yeah, so yeah, on that note, we can confirm that armor break is gone. That was in Soul Calibur 4 and 5. And we can look a little bit on the UI thingy here. This is the health bar. You might have seen this in other fighting games.
Now this is a new thing for me.
Oh, okay. Well, our newer thing is that it's, I don't know why, but it's divided into 5 segments.
Yeah, I wonder what that actually means.
And that's for both parties. I'm thinking it could be due to one thing. In Soul Calibur 5, when you were on low health, the opponent would actually deal even less damage with a really, really weak attack to make it really weak attacks to make it less likely for them to poke you to death. So I'm wondering, could that mechanic be returning, and this is just showing when you start taking less damage?
That would make sense. That could. I mean, did they actually finally have a visual presentation of that? And
this is how many rounds you won?
Yes.
Super meter returning from Soul Calibur 5. Timer with a sun.
There were some people who are unhappy about the inclusion of super moves in Soul Calibur 5. I wonder if that will be.
Will
be received.
And the health bar is flashing, which I think is supposed to indicate the guard gauge. Like when the guard gauge is really low, then I think the next time you guard, it'll just fail.
Yeah, then it breaks. That's also been there since 4, right?
I am bad at keeping a track, but you're probably right.
Oh hey, that KO animation, that's Soul Calibur 1.
Yeah. I think someone mentioned that there was Soul Calibur 1 animations in this.
Oh, they are really going all the way back. Neat.
And going back to the story thing, they mentioned during the start of this interview that they said they weren't sure how to progress from the Soul Calibur 5 storyline, and that was a reason why they said, "Hey, let's just reboot." I feel like that is them saying in a nice way that, "Hey, Soul Calibur 5 storyline, it kind of just messed things up. Let's just go back and try to do basically a soft reboot of the storyline."
Plus, it's been long enough since 5 now that a reboot also makes sense in that
5
respect.
years, I think.
Yeah, when this game is out, Soul Calibur 5 will be 6 years old.
Jesus.
So there's other things we can tell from this footage. For instance, guard impacts don't take meter anymore.
Thank you. Just thank you.
Oh, okay.
Although...
I hated that in 5. I never wanted to use it because of that.
Yeah, especially since meter was so valuable for other things. Like,
Yep.
you just very, very rarely saw guard packs, even though like they were such a major mechanic for all the Soul Calibur games.
Yeah. It's like how you got all those crazy fights where it's like garden packs rapidly, and it's just making it a spectacle really to behold.
Yeah.
But in 5 it was more like, oh, I should probably use the meter to do like this specific combo that sets up for a longer combo, and then into my super.
Speaking of supers, you can see here that right there,
Here it is.
Mitsurugi uses a super and it takes one part of his meter. So that seems to work the exact same way as Soul Calibur 5. I was going to say one thing about the Guardian Pack. Someone noted that it looks like whenever you use Guardian Pack, it doesn't take meter, but it does slightly reduce your guard gauge. So there's some risk to using Guardian Packs.
It's a better way of handling it, at least.
Yeah. And
better.
And during this interview, they also mentioned that they kind of consider Soul Calibur 6 to be a merge of the gameplay from Soul Calibur 2 and 5. Like, they specifically say they want it to be as fast, as responsive as 2, while taking a bunch of the like mechanics and balance they had in Soul Calibur 5.
That sounds pretty reasonable. I like that. That sounds like a good middle ground.
Yeah. And just guards are nowhere to be seen. Quick steps are nowhere to be seen. Those were mechanics added in 5. And weren't there some like EX move system in 5 where you can use part of your meter for moves?
Yeah. I remember one with Siegfried when you're in the stance where he has like the sword behind his back. You could press B and then RB, and then he would do like he would do the kick and into like an upswing move, setting up for like a further combo.
I can't tell if anything like that is in this game or not.
It doesn't look like it yet, but maybe I've just missed it.
And one thing we haven't mentioned at all, which is a big new feature, is something called Reversal Edge.
Yeah, I think that might be the replacement for Just Guard.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of hard to understand completely how it works. That they say it's more of a beginner. Like it's a mechanic designed for beginners. Like you will enter some kind of stance where you will automatically parry moves, and then you will do a powerful counter afterwards. But they didn't specify in detail how it works. They mentioned one thing, like it's meant to teach beginners about the trinity of like how moves counter each other, like side steps countering verticals and horizontals countering side steps, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Let's say you saw a couple of reversal edges right here. If I can find it again. I'm not sure where it happened.
Oh my god, the damage really does decrease a lot. She's barely doing any damage at this point.
Oh really? So that would confirm that system is back then.
Yeah, because if you can go back a little bit.
Oh, by the way, this is what the reversal edge looks like.
Oh yeah.
Like time will slow down, and it looks like both characters will enter a very specific stance, and then they will both do a move, and well,
it looks like rock paper scissors so far.
It could be that, and I'm a little bit disappointed if it is that simple and random.
But, yeah, because that'll kind of make it. I don't know. It kind of might make it abusable in a way.
But one bright side is that they did mention in this interview that the mention for veteran players will quickly realize the risk involved, and they will probably use it less and making it more like typical Soul Calibur gameplay. So it's very much sounds like this is meant for beginners specifically.
Okay, good. And look at the damage she's doing now. It's like barely anything.
Yeah. That very much looks like the Soul Calibur 5 anti-poke system is in place. Let's see. I have a bunch of notes to go through here. I did look up. I was curious. Like I looked up what the developers of Soul Calibur 5 did after the release of that game, and it looks like a lot of the team just kind of scattered around. First of all, the director left Namco, which I'm okay with because that's a guy who was very much responsible for the big changes, like the big focus on story, like the roster change and everything, which is the stuff I wasn't too fond of.
Same.
And the lead producer got moved to doing marketing stuff within the company. A bunch of art people and the lead composer worked on a new Smash game released in 2014.
Oh.
And the new lead of the Soul Calibur team... Oh, I just want to highlight one thing happening here. So, armor break is in the game, was in 4 and 5, where like certain attacks will sometimes break the armor of the character. And I think it's here that it has one silly but neat effect. So yeah. Suddenly, Sophitia's hair is unbraided after that attack.
Huh.
And you can see in this... I think you can see in the next round as well, it is just completely unbraided.
Ring out!
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a neat little detail. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun.
I really do like that detail. I think that's a cool little extra touch.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that the guy they assigned to be the new lead of the Soul Calibur team after Soul Calibur 5 and a bunch of programmers who worked on Soul Calibur 5, they got assigned to work on Pokken and its many different releases. That I think they got 3 releases: arcade, Wii U, and Switch.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And that's a more recent release, which makes me curious. Did those guys just not work on this game at all, considering they very recently worked on Pokken?
Hard to say.
And the lead producer dude they're interviewing in this video, that's the guy who worked on Tekken 7 as a producer.
Should I be mad at him for Tekken 7 not having a lot of modes?
I really hope this game will be good with single player modes.
Yeah, because
Bring back Weapon
worried.
Master!
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. Like Soul Calibur is actually known for having really good single player modes, and they need to uphold that. They really need to.
Yeah, 5 just had nothing really.
Yeah, it was really bare bones. It had the story mode, which was honestly dreadful, and had quick battle, which was okay, but kind of bare bones, and didn't really have anything else single player wise. Like, it had a simple arcade mode, and that was
arcade
basically
mode,
it.
but no endings, making it kind of pointless.
Yeah, I would love a return to games like Soul Calibur 2 and 3, which just have so much cool single player content.
Oh, I love Soul Calibur 3. I mean, Chronicles of the Sword, Tales of Souls, like the arcade mode there, and it was so good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let's quickly go ahead to another trailer.
Content inappropriate for children.
Maybe.
I think this one shows the different stage.
Perhaps it was Fate. Yeah, I think you're right.
So about the fact that it takes place during Soul Calibur 1, I wonder if there's any chance it's only a retelling of Soul Calibur 1, or it could be a retelling of many games, like retelling of Soul Calibur 1 to 5.
They can leave out 5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Unless they make some big changes to it.
So there was one concern I saw online from someone random, who's when they heard the news that it was a retelling of Soul Calibur 1, they were like, "Does this mean no Raphael?"
It would be. I'll be super baffled if they include no characters from Soul Calibur 2, 3, and 4, because a lot of those have kind of become iconic characters by now.
Yeah.
It does. Like, the setting does raise a lot of questions about the roster.
Yeah, that is true, and especially if they're gonna be faithful to like the current ages of characters and stuff. For instance, Talim would be 11 years old during Soul Calibur 1. Pyrrha would be
fine.
Pyrrha would be 13 years old. Hilda would only be 14 years old. Kasada would only be 17 years old. But I mean, this is a kind of a reboot story-wise, so they could just change the age of characters, just make it work out anyway.
Pretty much. You know, if they bring back Raphael, though, that means he won't be a vampire anymore.
Oh yeah, that would actually be that'd be a nice change. I always liked Raphael, but the fact that he slowly became a vampire just made his personality a lot less likable.
I don't even get how it happened. I just went from Soul Calibur 2 to 3 back in the day, and I was like, he's a vampire now? What did I miss?
I don't know if they ever did explain that.
It's weird.
Soul Calibur 5 implied that he was actually gonna be the next Nightmare. Like, if you went into creation mode and took off Nightmare's mask, his face was the same as Raphael.
Yeah, he has the same voice actor too.
Oh. So maybe like Soul Edge corrupted him into a vampire? I don't know. Soul Calibur storyline is silly billy anyway.
Best not to think too much about it.
Yeah. I prepared a quick comparison of what Mitsurugi and Sophitia has looked like over the years. And this is him in Soul Edge. Basically the first Soul Calibur game before Soul Calibur.
Yes.
A little bit different than what it usually looks like.
See him like this again.
Just a tad different, yeah.
And Soul Calibur 1. This is very similar to his outfit in Soul Calibur 6. Like, I think they very
awesome to see again.
Very much inspired to like recreate this outfit. Soul Calibur 2.
Oh boy.
Swords are not toys.
If I had a penny for the amount of times my friend kicked my ass as him.
Soul Calibur 3.
Yeah, oh, I love that design so much.
Soul Calibur 4.
Big rope.
Soul Calibur 5.
Okay. Just letting the hair all hang out.
So he, I think it was like 17 years between 4 and 5 in the story, so he would be 17 years older here compared to 4. And then Soul Calibur 6.
Tiger.
We went back in time.
So yeah, he suddenly looks a lot younger.
I know this is like a little side note about the art, but I really love the art style on that art. It's so well drawn.
I'm pretty sure it's the same artist who's done character illustrations for the game, for the series since 2, and I'm very happy that artist is returning.
Same, he's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he does cool art. I think one little bit weird thing, like they seem to going for very different, like a little bit different style here, where the darkened areas has a bit of a sketchy look, but like those lines are so straight and clean. It looks very like digital, like overly digital, especially for instance on the feet, like very straight lines. Looks a little bit out of place.
That's a good point.
You could see the same style on the health bar.
Can you go up to like chest again?
Go back to what? Oh, chest.
Just a little bit on the neck area. I don't see the bullet hole. He has the bullet mark
in Soul Calibur 1.
Yeah, it's like one right there.
Oh yeah, you're right, huh?
I wonder if that's changed or they just forgot about it.
Story reboot, he was never shot.
He dodged that bullet.
Oh yeah, I just never realized like they kept that as a detail in every design.
Yeah. Although it seems to have moved to the left a bit.
So yeah, that is interesting. I didn't notice that they're just gone. Unless it's like, could it be behind the armor here?
Potentially.
Oh, and this is
here we go.
This is in-game Soul Calibur 1 Mitsurugi. A little bit different, slightly different.
Oh wow.
Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, jump.
Soul Calibur 3. By the way, this was taken in an emulator at high resolution, and
okay.
PS2 emulator doesn't work quite well in high resolution, so this is just a native resolution.
It's still a pretty good looking game for the time.
Soul Calibur 4.
That was such a giant jump.
The highlights.
And 5.
My plate is angry.
He looks so much more evil in 5.
Oh yeah.
When you become old, I guess you just kind of become grumpy.
Yeah, so that was the one thing about Soul Calibur 4's in-game graphics. It's just the highlights was what stood out to me, like on the edges of the character models.
Yeah. And then Soul Calibur 6. This is taken from one of the videos. It's not an official screenshot thing.
Also, how apt in Soul Calibur 6 was it that they opened the trailer with this line? The wait is over. Let us begin.
I think that's how we all felt, though.
So, kind of hard to tell, but I think his face is based, like, I think it kind of looks like a younger version of his face in Soul Calibur 5 and maybe 4.
I definitely see the 5 influence.
One thing I randomly noticed, which,
Even kind of has a smirk.
like, if you look at his arm, actually, like, look at this, like, the vein here, and, like, the shape of the arm here, and look at this. It's the same. Like, this, it is very much just based on the same body model and everything, and textures.
Wow. That I didn't even notice.
And moving on to Sophitia, Soul Edge Sophitia.
I will never forgive you, or whatever she says.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Soul Calibur 1, which is definitely the main inspiration for her outfit in Soul Calibur 6.
Oh yeah, that's one for one replicated.
And Soul Calibur 2, which is super similar to the Soul Calibur 1 outfit. And if I recall, she wasn't even meant to be in Soul Calibur 2. She was added only for the console release of the game.
Really?
Yeah, for the arcade release, I'm pretty sure that that she wasn't there at all.
Huh.
And Soul Calibur 3,
That might actually be my favorite design for her.
Soul Calibur 4, where she's crying for some reason. Very sad. I kind of feel like her Soul Calibur 6 outfit, like they took the Soul Calibur 1 outfit, added this top, and that's a new outfit.
She's crying because she's cold and she's upset that the developers won't give her more clothes.
And
Because you have to admit that is a little ridiculous.
Sectus, you're
Well-
forgetting her Soul Calibur 5 appearance.
Yeah, oddly enough, didn't add that. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess technically Elysium is supposed to be her in 5, but no, I skipped that. But yeah, this is her
That's...
artwork in 6, and I think this art style looks super cool. This artist is super talented.
It's I mean, again, I can only say it's just gorgeous. It really is. It's so well drawn.
I think the outfit looks pretty cool overall. It's just that I think like the blue and white tops together looks like they kind of clash in a way, but otherwise I think the outfit looks cool.
Yeah.
And she's not crying like Soul Calibur 4, which is pretty
Yeah, she's back to actually kind of be confident and all ready to fight. So that's good.
And in-game screenshot, Soul Calibur 2.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 3.
Oh wow, her face changed.
She's ready to fight you.
Soul Calibur 4.
I will follow the path that I believe in. Oh,
Ma-
she's
I-
about to cry again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
gonna say that.
Soul Calibur 6.
And now she's all happy.
Yeah, that is one noticeable change I'm okay with. Like she was just a big downer in 4 in general, which is not like it's not a good attitude.
Nah, it's not.
And definitely here you can tell like this is using the same face model, just improved.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. She can do this.
She's fine now that she's herself again.
And alive and not dead.
That too. And doesn't have a very whiny son.
Let's see. I have even more stuff to talk about. Let's see. I think I accidentally skipped a bunch of screenshots I have here, so I'll let them show for a while I talk about other stuff. So there was this guy called Vergiban who randomly made a Reddit post a couple of months ago with a supposed leak telling details about Soul Calibur 6 and other games, and it was very easy to just dismiss, but the game was announced, and some of its details ended up being pretty darn correct. Like he said, the game would be announced at PSX and or the Game Awards. And the thing he ended up being most correct about is that the new villain guy, like before the reveal, he said that it would be someone using a Darth Maul-esque weapon, which is like a staff, which is bladed on both ends, and it could break it into 2 pieces. It like the small peek we get at the new character in the trailer, that very much looks like that is the case.
That's actually pretty spot on. Jesus.
So that begs the question: the other stuff he said, would that be correct too? Nathan, he did say that the stuff he's gotten was from different sources, so some stuff might be correct, some stuff might be wrong. For instance, he did say that he doesn't think there would be an Xbox One version, which is very much wrong because hey, there is an Xbox One version.
Announced it.
So I'll just quickly mention some of the stuff he did mention in that post. So for instance, he said that there will be a Switch version and Link will be the guest character once again.
Okay.
Well, no Switch version was announced yet.
Yeah, but maybe at the next Nintendo Direct, whenever that is.
There is like this isn't by Namco, but there's like an EA email that leaked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Apparently a January Nintendo Direct.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that's
maybe
something to look out for to see if he was correct about that.
my God, that's a lot of fire.
And that actually reminds me, didn't Sophitia have a ton of moves like this in Soul Calibur Lost Swords, which was like really over the top with fire and
I
everything?
did not play that game for long like this, so I don't know.
I can remember it had some kind of weird system with elemental effects. I just can't remember how it worked in detail at all.
I remember playing as Siegfried, having a green sword, playing 2 fights, and going, I just think I'll stop.
Other details that guy mentioned is that the Nintendo version might even have 2 guest characters, the second one being a Fire Emblem character. And he also talked about specific characters. He said that Killick is back using a staff, not being a mimic character.
Yes!
He also claimed that Shanghai, Talim, and Ivy are also back.
Shanghua? Hey! Woo! That's good.
He also claimed the game will have a very strong story focus, which is a little bit terrifying if true, because I would much rather have a most like Weapon Master than a super long story mode.
Yeah.
He also talked about apparently during development they were planning to have multiple weapons for each character with different styles. They could switch between them at any time, but they basically dropped that system and only left it for the new character using that Darth Maul-esque staff.
Huh.
And that leaves me to another thing, which is this.
Uh-huh.
This is something which was posted on a site called PassionRepublic.com, which is a outsourcing company which does concept art and other work for various companies. And they just randomly posted this artwork, I think it was July last year, or something like that. And like, I mean, this is Killick. This is definitely Killick. This is Natsu, one of those silly Soul Calibur 5 characters.
We don't need...
I think you bring up a little bit in Discord, by the way, Icewave. At least you did for that one sentence. Anyway, moving on. And this is definitely Nightmare.
Huh.
And artwork for a stage and Sophitia. The thing is, Passion Republic made a statement after a fan asked them about this, and they said, this is not related to any Soul Calibur product. But it matches up quite well. I mean,
Yeah.
like, this is not exactly any of the stages we saw, but it kind of has the same style, maybe, as the main stage we saw in the reveal trailer.
Yeah.
And specifically, like, this is Natsu wielding 3 different weapons. And also, Nightmare... Actually, no, he's just wearing the same weapon here.
Just looking etchier and etchier.
But I think, like maybe this was very early concept art for the game.
That would make... I could see that be the case. Because the game must have been in development for a while.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Would be sad if it's rushed like Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah, it sounds like they might have learned their lesson. I really hope they have.
Now then, if this is true, I'll be kind of sad if I don't want to see the Soul Calibur 5 teenagers in Soul Calibur 6. I so dislike those characters.
I want Taki to come back over Natsu any day of the week.
Yeah, so I am hoping that either Passion Republic was speaking the truth, this is not related, just a really big coincidence, or that this was super early concept which they ended up scrapping.
Yeah. I don't like. I think because right now they have a lot of goodwill going. They have the Soul Calibur 2 speed going. They have like classic characters returning so far. If they announce Soul Calibur 5 characters, I think that'll kind of immediately backfire.
Yeah, I don't. I think there's very, very few people on Earth who would take Natsu over Taki.
I don't even think anyone would.
So, another thing I just added for the heck of it, I took a bunch of screenshots of the Soul Calibur 5 art book many years ago, and I just included them during this podcast for the heck of it. Why not?
Who's that again?
This is Taki.
That's Taki.
Yeah, this is Taki. Taki.
But she wasn't in the game.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, this is a Soul Calibur 5 art book, but it still contains a ton of concept art for characters who aren't in the game, like Taki and Cassandra and other characters.
Huh.
So I'll just let this play in the background. So I started speculating a little bit, like what characters we would probably end up seeing in Soul Calibur 6. So we know 3 characters so far: Sophitia, Mitsurugi, an evil character, and I think there's a couple of characters we might as well just assume would be in the game. For instance, Siegfried. I would also say Taki, Astaroth, Voldo, Killik, Maxi, Cervantes, Shanghai, Yoshimitsu. Those are all very iconic, unique characters. They all have unique weapons. They all have unique moving playstyles and everything.
Yeah.
So with that would be 12 characters in total. I would say characters who are very likely would include Yun Seong, Talim, Raphael, Pyrrha, Hilde, Sasumel.
You know, I'm a little uncertain about Young Song because, while I know technically he's the more iconic one now, but there was Hwang.
Yeah, Hwang.
Soul Calibur 1.
But he was only ever in 1. Was he in Soul Edge?
Yeah, he was in that in Soul Calibur 1, and then in Soul Calibur 3 he returned as like an extra character.
I want to say that. I want to say that for the arcade release of Soul Calibur 3, they actually made him a proper character. Same with Amy.
Oh.
Hmm.
And that might have made the basis for Amy being a full character in Soul Calibur 4.
That makes sense.
But yeah, a couple of other characters I think are very likely to return
Talon.
are.
Wait, is that Talon? Looks like Talon. Or is that Alexia?
I think it must be Leisha. Yeah, it's definitely Leisha. Like, look at her weapon. That's definitely.
Yeah,
Leisha.
that's okay. Yeah, that's Alexia. I remember the hairstyle.
I would also say Setsuka, Nightmare. Those would be lots of the very likely characters. And then we get to characters I am really uncertain of, like would Seong Mina, Rock, Amy, characters like that return? Because
Lizard Man. Lizard Man.
I think Lizard Man would return, like he's been in almost every Soul Calibur game. I would really love to see Cassandra return, but maybe she won't, since she uses the same weapons as Sophitia and has some similar looking moves.
But she's all like jumpy and happy and energetic.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like there's enough of a difference.
Another question, would characters maybe like Zwei and Viola return? Because those were the 2 like completely new characters.
I actually would be
Soul Calibur
okay
5.
with Zwei. I actually liked him. I thought he was pretty cool. I was about to say cute, I don't know why.
And
Cute.
then you have a character like Dampierre. Maybe he could return.
I actually expect him to make it in just as a joke character again. Like, not serving a purpose to the plot, he's just there.
Yeah, I could see that working out.
Oh, hello, Sophitia.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is kind of funny. Like this is actual concept art they made for the game, where they sorted the female character based on the bust size. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny.
Excuse me whilst I face palm really, really hard.
So I want to say on the next page over here, yeah, here you see the rest of the female characters. And then they also did a similar one for the male characters. Kind of blurry here.
Yeah, but look at how small it is compared to the female focus down there.
Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna say that I looked up the roster size in other Soul Calibur games, and it seems like between Soul Calibur, I think I want to say 3 and 5, it's usually been around 23 characters total, and that's also including guest characters, which I would assume is going to be in this game as well.
It's tradition. I think
The guest
aside from
characters.
1 and 3, they've always had guest characters.
Yeah, I think that's right. They had Link, Heihachi, Spawn, and Necrid in Soul Calibur 2.
Yep.
And then,
we, for some reason, got Star Wars in 4.
Yeah, The Apprentice, Yoda, and Darth Vader in 4. That was very, very silly. And then I think Ezio in 5 is the only guest character which actually fits in with the world.
I liked Ezio a lot. I really did. It was neat.
Oh, and also the God of War guy was in Soul Calibur Broken Destiny for the PSP.
Oh
yeah, Kratos.
I am assuming we'll see guest characters yet again. I think I would personally just see a new Soul Calibur character or a returning Soul Calibur character instead, but I think a guest character is very super likely.
Yeah. I mean, even Tekken's doing that now with Akuma and Geese and Noctis for some reason.
Oh yeah, they just suddenly went all in with it with Tekken 7. That was really surprising.
Yeah, I expected Akuma to be the only one, but... What is going on here? Is that Pyrrha?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Pyrrha and Pyrrha wearing a kind of weird outfit. Looks kind of modern.
Yeah, it looks a bit too modern.
I just want to quickly mention my own personal wish list. I think Team Battle Mode, it's about freaking time.
Yes.
That mode returns. That was a super fun mode to play in versus mode.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Don't be like Tekken 7 and forget about that mode, please. Please don't.
Has previous Tekken games before 7 had it?
Tekken 2, 3, Tag 4, 5, Tag 2, 6, all of them had it.
Oh, really? I know that Soul Calibur series lost it as early as Soul Calibur 3.
Yep.
I think only Soul Calibur 1 and 2 had the mode, but yeah. When I played Soul Calibur 2 with my friends, that was the main mode I played. It was a lot of fun to play.
What the heck is going on there?
I don't know. Must be some kind of emblem for a character.
Okay.
I also personally would love to see Raphael and Cassandra return. I think Raphael is probably pretty unlikely, but Cassandra,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Although it is at least a good sign. She was one of the characters reintroduced for Soul Calibur Lost Swords, the kind of awful free-to-play title. So that's one positive sign.
Yeah, it's true. It
And-
actually brought back a lot of the old faces into the Soul Calibur 5 world.
Yeah, with Lost Swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought back Taki, Sophitia, Seong Mina, and Amy. I think that's right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And I just want to say it's really, really about time. It's really about time we got Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 5 did really stupid things with the roster, removed a ton of fan favorite characters and did some mechanical changes I wasn't too fond of. And then the next release, Lost Swords, a free-to-play title with no multiplayer, really, really slow loading with doing anything in the entire game. The bright side is that they did bring back fan favorite characters. That was cool, but they made most
$60 to $80.
Yeah, most of them cost $90 if you wanted to play as them.
Oh, Jesus.
Characters like Cassandra and then Seong Mina, they were released at $90. They eventually made them cheaper to only cost $60.
That doesn't help.
and then they just shot the whole thing down.
Oh yeah, I remember that stream.
And then the next Soul Calibur release, Soul Calibur Unbreakable Souls for the iPhone, based on Soul Calibur 1 engine, I think, using some kind of card system for playing.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right.
I can't say too much about it because I haven't played it. A big reason why might be the fact that it was shut down in less than a year.
Wow.
And then the next thing.
It's like, just calm down. So, okay.
Last
You got Soul Calibur 6?
Last
You
year,
have a new game.
December 2016, they released a video. The 20th anniversary of Soul Calibur. Yay, so exciting. Maybe they'll announce a new game. They did announce a new game. Soul Calibur Patchy Slow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
That
yeah.
was like a slap in the face.
So yeah, it's about time we got not this right there, but rather this.
Yes.
This right there.
I didn't catch it live at the Game Awards, but when I woke up, I quickly grabbed my phone to like check Twitter just to see like some of the announcements, and I saw Soul Calibur 6, and I almost screamed, but people were in the house, so I tried to contain myself.
I had pretty good timing. I was watching it live. I thought the Game Awards in general was pretty kind of boring to watch, especially with insane amount of ads. So I was taking a break, getting some food, and when I come back, like seconds later, this trailer started playing.
It's easily probably my favorite announcement of this year, to be honest.
And then I just tuned out for the rest of the awards. But yeah, I am super excited. I think that for some reason, like the very end of this year has ended up being pretty good when it comes to announcements. We have this Valkyrie Chronicles 4 just got announced out of nowhere, and that's going to be released in a few months.
Mega Man's getting a new game. Capcom suddenly remembering Mega Man.
Yeah. And the voice actors for the main characters in the Devil May Cry series pretty bad at keeping secrets, and they have very, very strongly implied that DMC5 is in development, and that's super exciting.
Yes.
E3, if I remember right, from the leak I've read.
Oh yeah. That's another big rumor happening with another supposed leak. That's actually another thing I can mention. The Vergeben guy who leaked stuff about this also talked about DMC5, and I think he didn't say much, but he said like apparently it'll feature Nero, Dante, and Virgil as playable characters, and that was all he said. He also briefly mentioned that Resident Evil 2 remake will be a third person, and we should have new details about that soon. Then again, like he was wrong about other stuff, so who knows?
The thing with Capcom is that Monster Hunter World is their current big game. It's not out yet, but it'll be out very soon. I think we'll hear about Capcom's next big game once Monster Hunter World is actually released for consoles.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It would be exciting to be excited about Capcom projects again, because
the real question is whether they'll wait till E3 or if they'll announce something before E3. That remains to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see. It's certainly about time. Like it's very much about time we get to hear about what Itsuno's been doing for the last years. And I would be super okay with Dragon's Dogma 2 or Devil May Cry 5.
Indeed.
Either, because both.
What did you say? I think you broke up there. We might be having some.
I'll buy either because I think my connection's being jumpy.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Might be okay now.
Okay, yeah, I think you said that you would buy either or both and everything.
Yeah, because both are great. So, how's that?
We're gonna say something, Roman?
So, but back on the topic of Soul Calibur 6 for a moment. So, you guys have more experience with the series than I do. So, when was the custom character thing first introduced?
Oh yeah,
Soul Calibur 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so and Tekken 7 had some character customization stuff in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The Tekken series has been doing stuff like that since the Tekken 5, but it's on a really, really, really small level compared to the Soul Calibur series.
So, probably safe to assume character customization custom characters coming back for 6. Probably a safe assumption.
Yeah, I would assume so. It just became more bigger and bigger of a feature with each installment.
Now, in terms of characters I'd like to see return, well, I mean, I had the most experience with Soul Calibur 2 by far. And I played a lot of Talim in Soul Calibur 2 when I wasn't playing as Link. So we discussed the whole age thing earlier. They would have to make some changes to make that work, but I'd still want to see Talim back.
But would you want to play as an 11-years-old Talim?
No, I don't think so.
11 years old, it'll be another Yoda situation of her not being able to be wrapped or anything.
I don't think she'd be that short. I mean, Yoda's a special case.
True.
I am willing to bet we'll see Talim, and I'm willing to bet she'll be the same age as in Soul Calibur 2. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And on the topic of guest characters or potential crossovers, Bandai Namco has an opportunity here. They're the publisher of Soul Calibur. They're also the publisher of Dark Souls. All 3 games. I think that makes some sense. Like that would fit, I think. Like you could do it one of 2 ways. One, you could either have one of the more iconic NPCs as a selectable guest character, like Solaire, Siegmeyer, or something like that.
Did you say Sid Meier?
Siegmeyer.
Okay, I was very, very confused.
Yes, no, I don't think they're going to have Sid Meier's from Civilization fame as a selectable character in Soul Calibur 6.
Pretty amazing.
Just making sure. I mean, they've added Yoda in the past. I mean, so I don't know.
Wait,
Making a good
right.
point.
So yeah, they could add an iconic Dark Souls NPC as a guest character. They could make that multi-platform, so it could be in all versions of the game, or they could include Dark Souls armor and weapon skins for the custom character mode. Like, there's a good opportunity there, I think.
I feel like the second thing you said might be more likely that they add that stuff to the Creator Soul thing with the armors and stuffs. I feel like
also because that could be a DLC opportunity, and Namco kind of likes DLC these days.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as well.
And
trying to monetize that way.
With guest characters, I feel like they want to go for the biggest characters that they can possibly go for. Like for instance, with Tekken 7, they managed to get Noctis. That is a huge character in gaming right now. And with, for instance, Soul Calibur 5, they got Ezio. That's a big character. And I hate saying it, but Darth Vader, he's kind of a big character. They somehow got Darth Vader and Yoda for Soul Calibur 4, so I'm not
gonna lie, it's the weirdest thing, but I actually think Vader's fun to use.
Yeah, I think they could have done an okay job, like making a Star Wars fighting game. We're using like the movesets they made, because you're right, like especially Vader, like he's not bad to play, but so out of place. Oh my god!
Absolutely.
All right,
Even
well,
when you just take the Soul Calibur characters to the Star Wars stage, it's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
but then that raises the question: who could they get that's as big as those previous guest characters that we haven't seen, aside from the previously mentioned Nintendo examples?
Dante?
It is. There's only one answer, and it's very obvious.
Okay.
The Magic Carpet from Magic Carpet.
What weapon will it use?
Do you have to ask?
He'll use Yoda. He'll fling Yoda around.
Okay, that's not what I expected at all.
As a serious answer, I think Dante would be possible. I also like Bayonetta, 2B from Nier would be another one, I think.
Oh yeah, 2B. That'd be awesome.
I
I don't know if Bayonetta could really make it in, because she seems very Nintendo owned these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of who else would be as big.
Cloud?
Oh,
I was actually, when reading, trying to find details about the podcast, I actually read up that Namco planned to have Cloud be the PS2 guest character for Soul Calibur 2, but the deal fell through, so they added Heihachi last minute.
Oh.
So I found that
there you
interesting.
go. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Heihachi back. It
I
was kind of hilarious.
I just want to see more Soul Calibur characters return. To be honest.
Yeah, agreed. Like, I just want to, like with Sectus here, like, I just want to be sure that a lot of the characters we know and love are in the game and they are in their proper incarnations, like with their moves.
Yeah. Like to be honest, I would love to see a situation like Soul Calibur 4 where it has a pretty big roster and it's just almost only returning characters.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. No, yeah.
I'm trying to find a specific moment in this trailer again because I'm assuming it's Reversal Edge, but it looks kind of. I think it's right there. Yeah. Sophitia just goes crazy with like blocking every single move here.
That she does.
So I'm curious how that will work in detail.
Oh man, that could make using Keely kind of problematic.
Speaking of characters, I'm a little bit curious. Like Ramen said, it was Link and Talim you primarily played as in Soul Calibur 2. That's the one game you played.
Yeah.
What were the characters you primarily played, Ice Wave?
I play Keelik, and Siegfried was a character I started playing a lot as in Soul Calibur 3 and onward, and I also tried to kind of learn Xianghua, and that's more or less my characters.
You played Keelig?
Yes, I do.
I still have concussions from fighting him.
Yeah, I think people playing as Kilik, they probably like him. People playing against Kilik, they all hate him.
I hate fighting against him. That's why I use him.
I can vote that. I can vote for this.
But I use Siegfried more if that helps.
I guess there was a third character. I used Song Mina quite a bit as well in Soul Calibur 2.
And you say I give you a concussion.
Keelik's staff is longer.
I would rather fight Seong Mina than Kilik, to be honest. I feel like I've done a mistake with Soul Calibur games. I should have mained characters who are in every single Soul Calibur game. Because I would say that my mains would be Raphael and Cassandra, and like neither are like completely confirmed. Like neither are like hyper likely to be in Soul Calibur 6.
I'll be baffled if Raphael isn't in the game.
Yeah, I think you will, but I don't know. They can do some crazy things.
Baffle.
He has to be back. I think the only change is he's not going to be a vampire.
Yeah, the
Which is
vampire
good.
thing is silly. I think we've gone through everything I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Any other things you guys want to say about Soul Calibur 6 thing?
I am super excited. I'm so happy it exists, and it's so far ticking all the right boxes for me. So,
PC version.
please, yes, keep it up, please.
Like, it's nice not only that this series is coming back, but it's continuing the trend of big name fighting games getting PC versions.
That too.
I am really excited about the modding potential for Soul Calibur 6. I went through the trouble. I got a JTAG Xbox 360, and one of the biggest reasons was because I wanted to try modding games like Soul Calibur 5. And I actually have, like, if you go to my YouTube channel, search for Soul Calibur, you'll find a couple of like mod videos. I went through the trouble of porting Cassandra and Taki from Lost Swords into Soul Calibur 5. I have videos of that, and it's a big annoyance. Modding games on consoles is a lot easier to mod PC games.
Agreed.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be like Tekken 7 where I think it's a pain currently.
Chromatic aberration.
That too.
But
that's not a mod, Sectus.
it could be modded away.
That's true. You can fix it.
Did you guys want to talk about like other stuff talked about and revealed at the Game Awards PSX?
Not really. I think I would say personally this was probably the biggest thing that came out of it.
Oh
yeah.
Rayman.
What?
Rayman.
What?
You don't want to talk about the huge reveal from Software announcing a new game with so many details.
So many lacking of details, you mean?
Right, but I think it's a game. That's what we know. It's a game.
Yeah, and apparently shadows will die twice.
They died twice, right? But
Apparently.
I am trying to think what else even happened during this.
I remember Soul Calibur and then I remember Bayonetta 3. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta 3 was I mean, that was a fairly big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it a little bit funny that there was a big expectation there would be a DMC5 announcement because of supposed leaks, but what actually happened was Bayonetta 3 out of all things got announced instead. That was kind of funny.
It's close enough.
Yeah, kinda.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, like, just add guns on Dante's shoes, and that's basically Bayonetta.
Pretty much.
Having played Bayonetta, I would disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I also disagree with myself. They play very differently. There was a drunk guy at the Game Awards.
Oh. Yeah.
That's so unfortunate because I'm actually curious about that game he's working on, A Way Out, but man.
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate he was drunk.
Even if he did have some good points, but like, I mean, he was bad-mouthing the publisher he is working with. That's not very good business practice.
And like showing the middle finger to the camera and using a lot of swear words, it just doesn't seem respectful to do. I don't know.
I mean, even Jeff Keighley was like, oh.
Yeah, you could tell Jeff Keighley just like, come on, please don't do this.
It's like you can't have a Game Awards presentation without one cringeworthy moment. It's like it has to happen by law, even though Jeff would really rather it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still trying to kind of just forget about that moment because I couldn't watch all of that. It was too much.
And I guess, well, there will be Nintendo Direct next month, but besides that, I don't think we can expect any big event with announcements from it.
Probably not.
Jump Fiesta? Or is that over?
I don't think I'm familiar with that, but that does remind me that Namco actually announced that they have an event on the 15th in France.
Oh.
So I think it's very likely we'll maybe see a little bit of more footage of Soul Calibur 6, maybe some more details.
Ooh, well, I'll be sure to keep an eye on that.
And we should definitely expect over the year of 2018 we'll see more and more like character reveals for Soul Calibur 6.
Yes, I'm still ready for that.
And I think overall it's super likely for me personally 2018 will be a very good year for gaming. Valkyrie Chronicles 4. This game, maybe Spelunky 2, maybe DMC 5, like it's looking like it'll be super promising.
Mega Man 11.
Yakuza 6.
Oh yeah, that's also okay.
Yakuza 6. Maybe Kiwami 2.
Maybe that. I think
Maybe.
that's just maybe. And also, I'm still waiting for that English localization of EDF 5. Guys.
Oh yeah.
EDF5?
Guys.
And maybe Battlegrounds will become fully stable in 2018.
Oh,
I can't comment on that one.
The current test server is a complete disaster.
Oh.
I briefly talked with Fake Man yesterday, and he said he tried playing it. It crashed 5 times in a row, and the one time it did load, the graphics were just all broken. So
oh dear.
I hope they'll get it fixed for the release, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Speaking of things that are broken, do you remember earlier this year, back when Persona 5 launched, Atlus were extremely stupid and placed a lot of extremely harsh restrictions on what people could upload and stream?
That was silly.
Well, guess what? The publisher of EDF 5 did the same fucking thing!
It's, there's one positive thing.
It's okay, Robin. It's okay.
Bikeman, a pretty big streamer on Twitch, he basically said, screw you, Atlus, and he just streamed all of Persona 5 not caring about those warnings, and Atlas didn't ever go after him. So that's at least good to see. But yeah, I really hope that doesn't become a thing. But like, just that is so silly.
Just don't try to prevent streaming publishers. It doesn't help anyone.
But yeah, why, especially in EDF's case, why would you want to reduce the amount of coverage your game gets?
I mean, it's not even like, well, I assume you're not playing it for the story, right?
No one plays EDF for the story. They play it to shoot giant bugs and laugh at how stupid it is.
And sing.
So what are they even like? So scared of that they feel like they need to hide? I don't know. It's fascinating.
Maybe that doctor person returns in a very dramatic scene.
Oh god.
Not that I want him to.
Yes, you and everyone made that very clear.
Not a fan.
Also, they haven't announced the PC port of EDF 5 yet, which makes me kind of anxious.
Yeah. PC stuff. I'm very happy that so far I've just been okay with ignoring PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I'm been lucky enough just to stick with PC.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, there is the small matter of Valkyria Chronicles 4 not having a PC port announced yet.
Surely they'll They have to. Like, if it doesn't,
I'm sure it'll come in time.
If it doesn't get any PC port during 2018, they're silly billies, very billy sillies.
Oh, but speaking of things that did get PC ports announcement, perhaps we should briefly touch on a Capcom announcement recently.
Oh yeah.
The Devil May Cry HD collection.
Oh, yeah.
PC, PS4, and Xbox One ports. March 2018.
Finally.
Yeah. That's nice to see.
Right, Capcom. Listen to me.
God,
This is your chance.
It's rival series time.
This is your chance to redeem yourselves for that fucking god awful PC port of Devil May Cry 3. Do not fuck this up. Okay, I'm done.
Save again.
And it'll be nice to finally have DMC 1 and 2 playable on PC for the first time.
You mean it'll be nice to have DMC 1 on PC? Because DMC 2 can go die in a fire.
DMC 2 seems like an okay shooter.
No, not even that. Not even that.
I'll play through DMC 2 again, but
I will do exactly what I did with the PS3 HD collection and ignore it.
I'll just play through it because I like completing them all. Hey, who knows? Maybe PC modders can make the game tolerable.
That requires so much work.
You underestimate the power of modders.
Oh, I've seen modders do incredible things. I still think that's a big ask.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
They should have like they should make a special edition of DMC 3 Special Edition and add Lady as a playable character.
I'm okay with that. It was fun in 4.
And she looked like fun when you fought her in 3.
That too.
You even fought alongside her during the ending, I think?
Yep, that's right.
There was another small bit of Capcom news, this time regarding the upcoming PC port that's coming out this month of Okami.
Oh, yeah.
So the community guy, W. Bacon, he posted that, unfortunately, the PC version will be locked to 30 frames per second.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Kind of unfortunate. Expected, but unfortunate.
Apparently they tested 60 FPS, but it just proved to be too much work to get to become fully stable.
Yeah, supposedly.
Well, I mean, at least we're getting a PC port at all.
Yeah.
Indeed. And already, I imagine there's some modder that'll be like, oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, that would be neat to see. I'm trying to think, like, have there been many cases of modders, like, and getting 60 FPS support working in games which are locked to 30?
Well, Durante's DS fix for Dark Souls 1.
Oh, yeah.
does have a 60 FPS unlocker. It has a few issues, but people have played through the entire game with 60 FPS.
I also just suddenly remembered that people did it with Force Unleashed 1 and 2 as well on PC.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I actually play Force Unleashed with that on. It's weird. It's good, but it's weird.
But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for podcasty times about Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say.
I got nothing else to say.
I'm pretty excited, especially PC version. Also, pretty excited about the lack of chromatic aberration. I think that's about time.
God damn it, Sectors!
Take note, EA. Take note.
I don't think that's the best.
I'm censoring this. There, censored.
Okay, I think that's it for podcasts.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.